10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hooray!
Hooray! Hooray! Or no, it's Sunday.
Yeah. Well,
Ew.
you hear me fine. You hear me fine. I want everybody else, y'all out there, all. Oh, we got 8 now. Wait a second. It was 3 when we started up there for a second. I was like, okay, we got 8 now. Keep on rolling. Keep on rolling. If you can hear me good, let me know. I got Brandy's verdict. I want to make sure everybody can hear me okay. And this new mic stuff is, yeah.
Well, I guess we're just waiting for everybody to roll in. They're rolling in late today.
Yeah. I saw that when we started up. I was like, 3. I mean, if it's going to be 3, we're going to sit here and BS for a long time. There's Gary. There's Roger. There's John. Hi, John. I'm waiting to see if Poncho shows up too. So if Poncho shows up, because that's the first one we're going to look at. Poncho.
And got Bristol, and yeah, we're getting in there.
Yep.
Everybody's starting
Keep
to file
rolling,
in now.
boys.
Awesome.
Yes, I'm broadcasting from my lair on the moon. Okay. Now that I've changed all this thing around in here, I've actually got, a background that'll kind of stay there, except for my fan that's over there, obviously, because that fan's going to be going whether y'all like it, whether you don't. It's hot in here. So
it's hot.
God, it was. I got in the car this morning, went up to the pool area to do weekends. I do the cleanup at the community pool, So I just kind of look around and getting up there. Okay, no biggie. By the time I get back down to the house and go upstairs, do a few things, come back down, it is quote unquote 89 degrees. It feels like 100. It feels like 103.
Yeah.
At 89.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? What?
Yeah. We've been dealing with, our temperatures are a little bit warmer, and the humidity is a little bit more intense here. So I went out yesterday. My daughter broke her phone charger, so I had to go and get her new charger. And then my mom's like, "Oh, I want one too." So we ran up to the store to get one. And I tell you what, by the time I got home, I was a sweaty mess. I said, "I'm not leaving the house for the rest of the weekend. I'm not doing it."
Nope. Not if I can get out of it. Nope. Not happening. And I don't blame you. So
I'm just not doing it. And hey, Paula rolled in. Hey, Paula.
How you doing, Paula? And that means you didn't go out and investigate so I could live vicariously through you. So obviously something's wrong here. So
yeah. No, it's next weekend.
That's okay. I'll live vicariously through you then.
Yeah, it's next weekend. Yeah. So I'm excited about it, and I would love to get to all the places that are haunted, but I've said this before, I don't have the money for it.
No, none of us do.
Nope.
We really don't. But we do it anyway.
Win that Powerball.
Oh, if I win Powerball, girls, boys, y'all better watch it. We going everywhere. We don't care. We're going everywhere.
Right. Oh, Freaky's rolled in now. See, everybody's starting to come in.
So, other than that, that means I hadn't seen you since Friday. So that means you've done nothing since Friday.
Not really.
I haven't even mowed my lawn, so that ought to tell you something.
Yeah,
I've been
not
lazy.
really. The air conditioning unit is struggling to keep us cool, and I'm like, oh gosh.
Why do you think I got the fan along with it?
Yeah, I've got plenty going. I've got one facing me right now, and I've got the overhead ceiling fan on. I'm like, whoo.
Got to. So
yeah.
Other than that, that's all. I guess better. Okay, dadgummit, before I forget about it, let's go ahead and do it right now. Go ahead and pay the
All right.
bills. Let's do this thing.
Yeah, very brief. We all know about this. Everybody who's in here, the Crossing Realms Conference, the 19th and 20th of September. It is creeping up on us quick. Make sure you get your tickets to be able to do most of the events we have available. Of course, the Ghost Hunt is sold out. That's the only thing that we don't have available. But everything else is, including the Psychic Gallery reading with Mary Lynn Bass. We have I don't even want to call this a meet and greet on Friday. This is
Nah, day
meet and
one.
talk and speak and watch and evening Friday night.
Kind of like a day zero, maybe? Day zero? We'll call it day zero.
Yeah, like a day zero. Yeah. We're gonna start off on Friday and go through Saturday. All ticket holders are invited to the social evening that we're holding Thursday night. If you can and you can attend, make sure you have bought your tickets. Gotta have them. So go to
Yeah.
Eventbrite, look under Crossing Realms Conference. All that information is there, including if you want to be a vendor. We still have plenty. We have a whole fairgrounds to fill up, so we have plenty of space. And just come see us.
And it got the dates and stuff are in the ticker below, and in the description of the video here today of the show is the link to Eventbrite, and it's pinned at the top of chat as well.
Yep.
So there we go.
There we go.
Bills paid. Now I'm going to do something that I was originally going to do, like a week or two back, and I forgot about it. And when I talked to Pancho earlier, about a week or so back, I guess it was, he reminded me of it and sent me the picture again. I was like, oh crap, I forgot about that one. But this one, this is northeast of Edmond, Oklahoma, is what he said. And his mother had a friend that got it on a trail cam. So this is the actual picture from his mother's cell that she sent to him. Okay. And as I look at it, I'm like, first right out of the box, the first thing comes to my mind is I thought mangy coyote / dog, something along that line, dog-like pick, because, and then the, chupacabra pictures and video come immediately to the forefront of my thoughts. But then you said something while we were talking before the show. What you thought it might have been.
Yeah, it looks like me, like it kind of reminds me of a calf that's having issues. The problem that I'm having with it is the tail end of it. Only because of the shape of it. It doesn't remind me. Yeah, it reminds me more of, a cow than a dog. But then again, you would have to know the breed of the dog and what it was bred with. And then, you could come up with all kinds of different things with this. The other thing is the head. The head of it is really crazy looking because the way it looks almost like a pig.
Yeah, or a calf, like you said, the way the head's down, it could easily be a muzzle of a calf.
Right. It could be that. I don't know. But the feet are not looking like, a cow. So, you guys got me on this one. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, because this looks like a dog walking right here.
Right. If I had to take a guess, it would be a dog.
Yeah.
But, there are some really weird things about it. Like the head of it is kind of crazy.
Yep. And Gary, you're right. I didn't think about that before. It kind of looks like it could be a greyhound of some sort.
Kind of, except the neck and the under part of the chin of it looks odd.
Yeah, that area right there looks a little wrong.
But then again, could it have been bred with a greyhound, or it's in its,
It's tough to say. It's tough to say on it because, like I said, when he sent it to me, I wanted to get it close, but unfortunately, with the picture that I got, and he was trying to get a better picture and possibly even the video of it, and he's gonna let me know. But yeah, the more I zoom in, that's as far as I can zoom in, is right there. And of course, we're pixelated to all get outs. But if you look at it, it's tough to say. It really is. The tail's too long
Yeah.
for a hog or a pig. So I lean towards some sort of canid, honestly.
Well, we may have a new cryptid. I don't know. I just don't know.
Don't say
I
that
don't
out
know.
loud too quick, because you know, I do have something that will jar up some ugly memories on you if you ain't careful. Because
Ah,
if you remember right, provided my system will let me do it, get off of there. And it is, where are you at? Why you do this? Oh, it's a PNG. That's why I couldn't get it to go back to the other one. I was like, why is it not going back and forth? It should have gone back and forth, but it did. It was a PNG versus JPEG. And this will make you a happy, happy person. This was on the Cryptozoology Facts Girls area
oh,
this morning. That Winnie girl, she put that out there. This was supposedly taken in 1963. I'll give you one guess what everybody thinks it is.
oh, tell us, Randy. I already know.
You know, come on, it's the thylacine. Well, the problem is though that the people that looked at it said it wasn't necessarily a thylacine, the Tasmanian tiger, as we talked about before. They actually posted. One guy posted said it looked like a marsupial lion, quote unquote, because of the dimensions and such. Which I don't know how you get any dimensions out of this at all. But I've never even the marsupial lion died out thousands upon thousands years ago. So, I mean, I could see a thylacine pig, but this is the first time I've seen this pig. I kind of have a lot of major questions at it because just some things aren't right because the head isn't right. Why have I got this bush right here in the middle, and it looks like this from here and it looks like nothing else back here. It's not a very good picture, and it's not a very good job, I don't think, because I do believe this is some sort of overlay into this picture. Just
yeah,
from
I
how
mean,
it sits.
it makes you wonder though, if any of the DNA survived after that, that particular animal died out. But I mean, did it continue on in something else, or
Yeah,
did it happen to breed
crossbreeding.
with something else? Yeah, did
Yeah,
it crossbreed with something else, and we're ending up, seeing these type of things. Um,
and and like I said, now freaky the lion having a pouch. Like I said, that marsupial lion, according to fossil records, died out. I want to say it was 130,000 years ago, at the latest. But the thylacine has been seen up until the 20th century. The problem is there's been nothing since then that was tangible as far as proof. You got the
right.
pictures and the video of the ones that were in captivity at the turn of the century, and that was it. That was all there was. So, and like I said, this just looks like a bad overlay because you just don't see anything to support it per se.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, we have what's called the liger and
Yep.
all these other things. I mean, could it have maybe crossbred with something else, possibly?
Well,
And
yeah.
it's
There you
just
go.
with evolution, this is what we're ending up with. Um,
A zebra lion.
a zebra lion. What
And
I don't.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
Okay, we'll
100%.
go with that. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying because I heard people talk about them doing the crossbreeding or whatever, maybe interbreeding with something, but they were marsupials. They weren't actual canids. So now where do we sit?
Yeah.
Or
What are they splicing genes with? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I don't know.
exactly. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that one up and get it done and out of the way, just see if I can get a rise out of you. But it didn't work, so now I'm not talking to you no more.
Yeah,
Let's see here.
I don't know. I don't know, guys. These first two pictures are beyond me.
You
I'm
just
like,
gotta quit being
I'm sitting there and
me.
I'm like, if the pictures were better, we might have a better guess.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said,
But
the one from Cryptozoology Facts, the only reason I grabbed it because she put it out there, and how she is. She got
yeah,
a big write up with it about the date and time and everything. And I was like, well, it's kind of interesting, but I still am the one that says they can't mate with a dog because the dog's not a marsupial. It wouldn't work.
right. That's what I mean. It's just kind of like it all kind of blows my mind.
Yeah, 100%.
Um, what could happen.
Mhm.
Heck, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we can't dismiss deformities.
No,
There is
not
that.
one bit. Yep.
So especially with these two pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a deformity, even though it, like on the second picture, it may not be like a super grotesque
Yeah.
deformity, but it is a deformity in the gene, which would produce, the stripes in the fur
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yep. Yep.
We don't know.
No,
We don't
no
know.
idea. So I have to leave it at that on that one. So I just wanted
Yeah,
to bring it up just for spite, just see if I
yeah,
get you mad.
because we went over the thylacine forever. It seemed like,
It was only an episode and a half.
and then we keep bringing it up, so it's more like 2.5.
I only brought. Well, yeah, maybe I brought it up. But anyway, we're gonna move on. All right. So we got ghosts now. All right, we're going to England again. All right, first one is that my husband and I visited Whitley Castle a couple of years ago. When they were looking over our pictures, we found the following image. It is important to note that there were no floors in the building. No floors in the building now, mind you, because they were completely destroyed by a fire. It was a very overcast day and actually downpoured not long after the picture was taken. I have shown it to around and have never told people what it is in the upstairs alcove, which she just obviously portrayed it there. But either way, they have always found it themselves. So I'm just going to put the first one out there and let you see it. English heritage staff at Whitley Court felt that it was a light reflection off her SLR camera. No one else is convinced by their comments. That's what she has to say right there. So there's Whitley Castle.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let you take a good little look-see at it. Do you need me to zoom in a little bit more or anything?
It's to me, it's blurry. I don't know if it's my screen or it's not very crisp at all. Is it crisp on your end?
You know what? It is when I take my glasses off or I lean in like this right here. But then again, it's these computer glasses that are supposed to help me, and they don't help a lot.
Right. I mean, it's
It is a slight bit blurry either way, because I do
yeah, it's
believe
got
that
some
it was.
pixelation to it.
Yeah, I think it
I'm
was
looking at it
however
right
slightly.
now.
Yep.
I'm not seeing anything crazy.
All right.
But then again, I'm just glancing at it. Okay.
Yeah, and some people, I noticed a bunch of people said they see something down here, which I didn't see, obviously. But as you zoom in, remember, he talked about the upper alcove.
Are we talking at the far window on the end?
This one right here.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what they're talking about, is right there. Now, like I said, their staff said it was a flare from her SLR camera, possibly. And I can see that. Don't get me wrong. This is just a covered up window. That's all it amounts to. But then she actually honed it in on that. Now, look how crisp this wall is now. Okay. So, how is she able to get this so crisp with this wall and these edges ain't the greatest, but they're crisper than if I zoomed in right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So did she just mess this whole bit up? And this is from the original photo? I couldn't tell you that for sure. But
Okay. I'll tell you what I'm seeing. It looks like that it's light funneling in from where there's no roof.
Could be.
And that's actually just a spot of sun that is right there. That's what it's looking like to me, because if you turn to the whole picture, you'll see, looking through the window that's in the front, there's no ceiling there.
Nope.
No roof.
So it could easily be coming down through there. She said it was overcast, but you're still going to get light.
Yeah, you're still going to get some.
Yeah.
There is still, a little bit of shade. I mean, there is some light coming through, even though it was overcast.
Yeah. Now, as I zoom back in, if you look at the one below it, though, you still got something going there, too.
Yeah,
So
it reminds...
This is just a reflection of the wall back there, I think.
I think so. I don't think we're looking at anything paranormal here. I mean, it does look suspicious,
Yeah,
but you have definitely got light shining through because you can look through
yeah.
that window that's facing us and you can see that there is some light coming through there. Even, I mean, it looks more than super
I don't
cloudy.
think it's as overcast as she thinks it is.
Yeah, it looks, it looks like it could be partly cloudy, maybe like there could
I
be a
mean,
little bit of something.
look at the shadows going through this window too. I mean,
Yeah,
so
that's what I was
that's
talking about. And I think that's just a splotch of light there that just
yeah.
they caught
It goes
perfectly from where they were standing.
and it goes all the way down that wall.
Yeah.
Yep, that
So
makes sense.
I'm
I'm
gonna
good with that.
I'm gonna have to pull the hat out. And I hate to
I don't
do
know if
that.
she knew it. I don't know if she knew it, but I think it's probably
Well, yeah, because I hate to put this hat on because I mean, she didn't know.
no. She didn't know what she was looking at. She
I
really
don't
didn't.
believe it's a lens flare. I don't believe that either.
Nope.
Doesn't look like a lens flare to me.
No, it didn't
It
me
just
either.
looks
But
like lighting, like the sunlight and the way it was coming through there and it hit that wall. That's what it looks like to me.
and you can see that wall
And
through
I
the
hate to
actual
do,
window.
yeah, I hate to put the hat on for this because she really didn't know.
Yeah. Let's see. Freaky
So,
was that window. Looked like it got a guillotine. I'm assuming she means a guillotine. Uh,
mm,
Probably this one right here. And that's a pareidolia thing for you. That window in the back makes this
yeah,
look like it's a guillotine right there.
yeah, it does. It does, especially with the outside being rounded like that. Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
where you get that.
yeah, 100%. So, all righty. Well, we're done with that one. I'll pull that back for a minute.
Yeah, we're done with that.
Now, this one's a little bit interesting though. This one was one I got to read this one because I do believe it's another mistaken identity thing though. It's called The Ghost on the Pier, and I couldn't remember if we'd done this one before, but I don't think so. But we might have. I've taken this person says I took this picture in Hastings in 2006. September is when he said he took it. Okay, I would like for you to take a look at the far distant pier and where's a visible white silhouette. Now we'll discuss that in a minute. At first, I did not notice the white figure, as my intent was to photograph the boat because the boat's obviously was supposed to be centered. I'm assuming. Um,
Right.
when a friend pointed out that this thing was out there, I'd like to know what people think. So he said that took the picture, was taken with a Pentax P50. Okay, so that helps me a lot right there, knowing what he took the picture with. He did cut the paragraph so that you could zoom in, or cut the photograph so they could zoom in and see with the white figure more clearly. Okay, so
Okay.
here's what we got: bird, bird.
There's a bird. Hey, there's a bird. Um,
You can see where he's talking about, obviously. Well, I can anyway, but I've been looking at it for a few days.
where exactly are we looking?
Right there. Right out on the end of that makeshift pier. Because quite frankly, I wouldn't even call that a pier, honestly.
I what did they say it was again?
Just a white being, a white apparition being, whatever, right there.
Um,
Kind of grasping, but
I mean, it's kind of cool looking once you zoom in on it, but
yeah. Well, because the
again,
next
I don't
picture,
think this is a white ghostly being. I don't think that's what it is.
and when he did that right there and zoomed it in, obviously it's obvious what he was looking at. But I think it's most likely glare off the water out there that's caused some sort of reflection on the quote
And
unquote pier.
yeah, that's kind of what it's looking like to me. I mean, it's
Now this part has been enhanced. There's no doubt in my mind. This one right here got enhanced some way,
Oh
shape, or
yeah,
form.
because
But you could
the
tell it's film.
supposable head and arm is really
Yeah,
dark.
yeah, and you could tell this was film. It wasn't actual digital photo. It was film, like you said, with the Pentax. But when you're looking at it from here, you don't get that same jive from out there. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
same that same bit that's in that blow up right there. It's been enhanced. It's been messed with, whatever they want to call it. But that right there, I mean, as you're looking at it, you don't see the obvious. You see the head a little bit, and maybe an arm, but it's not as dark as in the other one, like you'd said.
Right. Right.
And it could easily just be a reflection off the water. Heck, it could be a
Yeah.
sailboat out there. It could be a sailboat out on the water, and that's the sail.
Possibly because you can't see it from the other side of that thing.
Exactly.
Or a buoy.
So,
You're right,
or a
John.
buoy.
Buoy.
Yeah, buoy. Buoy would be the way to go with it. So, and Nemo, that's the first thing I thought when I looked at it. Man in a spacesuit.
Uh,
100%. Honestly, that's the first thing I thought of when I looked at it. I was like, why is there an astronaut out on that thing? And then,
yeah.
sure enough, when you look in, it's just what it is. I think it's just mistaken identity.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that I believe this is probably a sailboat.
It looks it, doesn't it? When you look at it close and you
Yeah.
think about it, you can actually,
Yeah.
where you see in the dark spots, that's the mast.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
So,
Way
and
out in the distance, but it's out there.
and Hastings is big for sailboats out there. So, okay. Well, we keep on moving on. I'm not taking my hat off yet, but this one, this one's, I don't know why I said that. It's kind of weird, but number 5. Where's my 5? I'll make sure. Okay. I didn't blur these people. This is an older picture from like 2009 or before, I believe. But it says, I am sure you can see beside my daughter's head a skull-like object. Probably a reflection, but thought it'd be interesting to share. So she's already thinking it's a reflection to start with.
Well, she's already telling us what it is.
So we're probably sure that it is then.
Yeah, I mean, so they're already gearing us into what we should be seeing.
And they red circled it for me to make sure I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
I'll even zoom in so you can see. That's definitely lily pads and a reflection from the other side.
That is a reflection. I am so sorry. That is a reflection. A cool reflection, but nonetheless, it is a reflection.
Reflection, period. So, hey,
yeah.
I just thought I'd throw it in there, see if I could trip you up, maybe make you look a little bit closer.
No, you can see it clearly.
You sure that's not like a ghost of some sort?
Well, I love how she said a skull.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a skull at all to me.
No, it doesn't. Like I said, a lot of these people are they'll put thoughts in your head when you're looking at this stuff. They're like, this is what you should be seeing. So your mind is already going to that.
Yep, 100%. And I don't even know. Then they're not necessarily trying to do it on purpose. They're just, it's what they see, so they put it out there and it just naturally leads somebody else to what they want them to see.
Exactly. So, I mean, when I hand off a picture to somebody, I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
And I wait for their response before I say, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Or, this is what I saw. So, yeah, that's kind of what you got to do. You can't really, I mean, if you want to circle it, go ahead. But
yeah, I don't need you to circle it. I mean, obviously, even if you didn't have that circle, it's right next to her head. You told me where to look. So.
Right.
But either way, now this one, I'm going to take my hat off for this one. This is one I think I needed to think about a little bit more. But this one is called the Priest Ghost. I'm going to go ahead and let you get to the first photo of it, okay? Took this photograph with a Kodak EasyShare CX7300 digital camera a few years ago in St. Giles Cathedral in Edinburgh. Okay, so I went to freaking Scotland instead of staying in England. But we're in Great Britain. We're good. It was an overcast day. Not too many tourists were in at the time, and he was with his mom. And when I took the photographs inside the cathedral or anywhere, I try to wait till there's no one in the way and I'll click away, and that's what he did here. He waited till everybody's gone and took the pictures. When I take any photographs inside his mom also was afraid of any clergy, nuns, priests, ministers from an incident she had when she's little. So we won't get into that. Sorry, Catholics, we won't go there. But so I know if this gentleman had been sitting where my mom was, then she would have gone outside and left him there. So this photograph is the second of 3 pictures I snapped, one right after the other. I was trying to get in a decent shot of the window. When I got home and downloaded the photos onto the PC, this is what he caught. Now, nothing else in the other one. He let his mom see it, and it gave her shivers. But does anybody see what he sees? He can't tell me if it's either a priest or a minister. What is it? He doesn't know, quote unquote. Now, it's a dark picture of a cathedral. First of all,
Yep.
Your freaking camera. Easy shares were always the coolest ones in the world because that was the first real pushing on the digital, camera thing, because it had that little printer, you set it on top and it'd print out the prints for you instead of, I was like,
and they weren't great. They weren't great.
No, I was like, oh my goodness, let's see. But as you zoom, now you start to see it kind of come into view there a little bit. I don't know on this one. I really don't.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
I'm bringing it on back in there a little bit further. Now, as you can see now, you look at it there, this is actual film. This wasn't a pixelated, what do you call it? It was the early days, I should say. You don't get the same pixelations on those as you do on regular digitals because the sensors were different. They still had the same apertures and everything like that, but it went on the memory card and you put it onto the device, and it either gave it to the computer or it printed you out a picture, one of the two. But that being said,
and the picture's bad. The picture is absolutely horrible.
Yeah, look at him. I mean, this is a good one. This is a good one for where he's taking it at, and supposedly because that's the limit of the flash. You can see that is the limit of the flash. If it's dark, that's all you're going to get. My biggest issue was, though, why is it black and white? First of all, there was no night vision on that one, on that camera. But as I come back and I just start looking, I really think somebody's sitting there, and I think they just didn't know it because it's not like it's translucent or anything like that. It just, you can't make him out. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And on the monitor here, where I'm seeing it through the StreamYard show right there, and the actual screen that I have the actual film, I cannot tell on this side. You could barely see the 2 shoulders right here, but you can't see anything else in this area up here, the head or anything.
Well,
at all.
How many chairs is this guy sitting in?
Looks like he's spreading across 2 of them almost.
Exactly.
So, could he have been moving across there? I don't know. I wish he'd have sent if he's going to put it out there for somebody to look at, send all 3 photos that you say you took.
I'm having a problem with this because the thing is showing no movement. It's showing that it's right there. I think again that we're talking about pareidolia. I really do. I think there is other things going on in the chairs that they may have been discolored or something like that, because according to the size of this so-called person and the size of the chairs, this dude's huge.
Yeah, I mean, because if you back out and look at these chairs right here. Now, John just brought something up. I didn't even think about this. Could be the kneeling rail behind there, too.
Again, Still huge.
Yeah, he's up above it. I mean, I don't know, like I said, how
Well, there are no
big, how
kneeling.
tall they are.
Okay. There are
Yeah,
no
there's none
kneeling
up there.
rails in front of the other chairs.
Yeah, I can't see anything at all.
I don't see any rails. There's no kneeling rails.
But if it's a cathedral, it's got to have them somewhere, you'd think. So
It should, if they have kneeling rails, depending on what religion, they would be in front of everyone's seat.
they should have
You'd
been.
be able to pull them down and kneel.
Yep. I don't know what this is here either. I mean, if this is a line of chairs, this separation, it's
It
hard
could
to
be a
tell what it is.
banister, or.
So could it be sitting behind that chair too? I don't know.
I mean, or are we talking different colored chairs back there? I don't know.
I can't tell for sure. It's just such a
it kind of looks like a banister to me, like a divider.
Yeah, between the back area and the front area, right?
Yeah, that's what it's looking like to me for sure. Whether that's what it is, I don't know. But the sheer size of this thing is what's throwing me off, because it looks huge compared to the chairs.
I'm wondering, when they took this picture, I can't even say that, because I mean, these chairs, it's like you're separating. How should I put it? That cathedral is obviously separating the peons from the higher class. Obviously, is what it looks like to me, as far as that banister goes, and stuff. You sit in that gallery, don't come up to this gallery. This is reserved. Anyway, I'm not quite for sure on that. I just don't. You see a little bit of that silhouette. That's all you see. And when you're looking at it like this, yeah, you can see it almost distinctly if he's sitting down. If he was standing up, there's something wrong there. But they did this to it after that. And all they did with this was destroy it. They tried to add contrast. They tried to add, zooming and this and that and the other thing. They did nothing but destroy whatever else we had. See, if I back it all the way out, that's where it's at. What are you doing to help anything by doing that?
Truth.
So.
Now I do have a picture. I do have a picture of being in a theater, and I know nobody was sitting in there. Nobody.
Yeah.
And I got a picture of a woman sitting there.
Yeah. We've had a couple on here with ones like that. Remember?
Yeah, I've got one that is perfect like that. Now, I mean, I'd hate to say that it's not there. It just looks a little weird, and I can't tell you if it were pareidolia, what it would be making it look like that.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm on the fence. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't there. Yeah, I wasn't there.
So
I'm on the fence with it.
That's my big moment right there.
I don't know if we had a better camera. I mean, that
would have been bigger camera. We'd have been gold.
Yeah, this is just somebody, an amateur photographer who wanted pictures and then wanted to be able to print them quick. This is what this was. That's
what it was. Yep. Well, we're going to go ahead and blow by this one then, since we're.
Yeah, it's I can't tell.
I would need to do a lot of work with this picture to even come close.
I would have to see the other ones also.
Yeah, that's what I would have preferred them to put up there instead of that blow up. But anyway, the next one's called the Rock Ghost. This photo is taken, and wait, let me put this back on, because we're gonna debunk this one before we even really get into it real good. But anyway,
oh my goodness.
And this lady really did not know. I mean, she said, talk about a white figure to the left of her and her daughter. I did not blur their faces, so don't anybody freak out, go try and steal identity. But we're talking from 2003 is when this was taken. If you find them online, have luck. Good luck with you. Okay. But could anyone explain the trouble? It's because it's troubler since the photo was developed in the same year. It's a long time to wait to get it developed. But anyway, there's a white figure, she thinks. Okay. I'm going to go and zoom in. Okay. She thinks that's a white figure next to her. That's all she saw. She thinks it's a white figure. Now, do you want the first comment that came out for the actual pictures? The guys
Okay.
got him. The guys got him right off the bat and said it's a crystalline material embedded in the rock face. There's more to the lower right. It's quartz-based stone and is really common around Cornwall. So this stone here is the same as this stone right here. And how she sat down and did not notice this from the get-go is beyond me.
I think they sat there on purpose.
I think they did too. Bad thing is, she put it out there. Somebody scooped it up and put it on a different spot.
Yeah, because her daughter's sitting way on the other side of her.
Yeah, up on another piece of it. Actually, if you want to get right down to it.
Right. Normally, when taking pictures, you would have your children in front of you. Think about this. You wouldn't put them behind you. You would put them in front of you,
no.
correct?
No. Not
Just
one bit.
normal everyday stuff.
Unless the girl got up there to hop on mom's shoulders or something for whatever reason, I would have said, nah, not happening. But like I said, she looked at it. She put it out there, or somebody put it out there for her. I don't know which. And I look at it like, okay, you don't know your rocks very well. So, but anyway. All right, we'll keep on going.
In fact, I got some of them rocks outside.
This one I have a little bit of an issue with too, because this is called Ghost Behind the Wall. And the person said, I love to know what you think. It was taken by my uncle many years ago in Highfield, Southampton, where they used to live. Well, that's me in the foreground, but it's the background close to the shrub that you'll see a face peering over the wall. Okay. Obviously, it's a lot older picture because she is that's 50s, 60s period clothing for a kid right there.
Right.
Even in England. So the only people in the garden were my parents, my uncle, and me. House itself described by everyone as having an atmosphere, quote unquote. And the uncle sums it up best. A description from a biography he wrote about his father and his grandfather. It's called Mayfield, and the barn of a place cheaply now remembered for me had a chill on the winter's mornings and a little spookiness. So we're talking about the Highfield district of Southampton, and it's built up around it. Obviously, this is late Victorian, Edwardian years that it was built. So the roads, all that stuff.
Did they write all that?
Oh, well, I'm paraphrasing a lot of it because this is like 4 paragraphs that came along with this thing. And
because I want to know, what did that story have to do with what we're looking at?
That I don't know. Other than the uncle that took the picture, quote unquote, took the picture, wrote this biography about his father and that the niece's grandfather. He wrote a biography about it. And then she proceeded to add 3 paragraphs from the book.
Okay. All right. So, I'm looking in and out of this thing, and I'm not seeing what exactly we're discussing. Right?
Yeah, there's somebody. Who was that? Where was that? I saw it. Somebody, a raccoon screaming in the upper left corner. I don't know where you're seeing that, but nope, I'm not seeing it. But as we come back here, now you're starting to see it come into view a little bit now, right?
Oh, golly. Yeah, okay, now I see it. Phew! Yeah. That's not where I was looking.
Yeah, you were looking over this side too, like I did originally, over in this area, right?
I was looking in the foliage at the bottom, not at the top.
Oh, down here. Okay. And I don't even think they really got anything. I'm still trying to see where he sees the raccoon. I don't see no raccoon over there.
But it's pareidolia, Randy.
I think it is too. The reason I'm saying that, I'm questioning the photo first, right off the bat. Because look how clear this photo is.
Well, they could have done a digital cleanup. So It's possible.
Yeah. But I've seen this picture out in several other areas too, but it didn't have that kind of descriptions when I found it this time. I was like, okay, well, let me look at it. And then, right behind it, they do the zoom in on it. And even on their zoom in, look how clear the hair is on the little girl.
Yeah, like I said, if they did a digital cleanup on the picture, I mean, you'll have that.
Exactly. I think it's pareidolia. I really do. I think it's a hole right there.
It looks like a face, but then again, it looks like it's a little squished and turned.
Yep. I think these are just the leaves are here. There's leaves coming in this way, and this white area is the house behind it back there.
Yeah, I think we just got a really good picture of pareidolia.
Yeah. Let's see if I zoom in any more. I mean, with the shadowing, see how the shadow comes across right through here?
Yeah.
I think this is the foliage here is shadowing against that back wall. Then you got other pieces of foliage coming across, it just happened to be right in this area doing the same thing.
Right. And the closer you zoom in on it, the more distorted that kind of face looks like. Exactly. Do you see that? So if you zoom out, it looks more of a perfect face.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you zoom in, you're like, that's not quite right.
Yeah. It doesn't hold the same form as when you're looking at it like this.
Yeah. And
So
a true photo of something will have that same form whether you zoom in or zoom out. It'll have that same form. It won't distort and look like something different.
No. It shouldn't anyway. Let's put it that way.
No, it shouldn't. No.
So that's why I left my hat on for this one, because while I liked it, I was like, this woman wrote so much on it. I gotta at least.
Well, that's why I was saying. I was like,
whoa,
look at that. Yeah. I mean, once you point it out, I mean, absolutely, it looks weird. It looks weird.
And then you can't unsee it.
You're right.
So, but anyway, I'm leaving that as a complete pareidolia one right there. So.
Yeah, it's a good one though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so now we're going to go to a cellar ghost. Okay. This photograph was taken in the late 70s in a beer cellar in a pub in Rawson, Y. The cellar was in 2 divisions, and the owner at the time was having the beer equipment moved from one part to another due to the excessive dampness. And this is what we got. This is another one where I said, why? Why are you taking that picture? And tell me when, and I'll zoom on in. Because this is a picture of a picture now. It's not off of the same one. So.
Well, the picture looks all weird anyway.
Oh, note real quick from that last one. Nemo, you're right. I didn't think about it till you said that. But yeah, that could have easily been Carl Sagan looking over that wall.
I don't even know about this picture. I don't even know where to look in this. There's so much going on.
Yep.
And there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing clear about it.
I mean, I know what they're looking at, but I don't think that's what they think it is. Or at least I don't know. I'm going to zoom in on what I see, okay?
Okay.
I don't quite know what to make of it, honestly.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. And I can't see that it was an overlay or that it was superimposed in. I can't see anything of the sort. But it's just, it's one of those that's almost too good to be true type thing when you look at it. There's too much detail almost, You know what I mean?
I don't even know what to think about this. You know, you sit there and you look at it and you can't decide what it is.
No.
I mean, if you back up from it, you have a better chance of, you know, making your mind up. But as soon as you come up close on it, then you're like, what is that?
Yeah. You're thinking immediately out here, oh, that's just some sort of reflection or pareidolia or something like that, right? But then you zoom in and you start looking. We've got nose, mouth, sideburns, ears, the collar of, I'm assuming, a shirt or jacket right there. Almost looks like a hand coming across here, which is another reason why when some things are too good, it usually kind of sets up a red flag too. But it could easily be the back the keg that's back there. But see how the discoloration through the legs goes down through the kegs back there? Like he's standing between these kegs and those kegs.
Yeah.
But that would put him at probably, I'm going to say, at least 6 foot, maybe closer to 7 by the time it's all said and done. I don't know how big this thing was, but that door / wood that's over here would make me think this cellar is at least about 7 foot tall. But I don't know that he goes all the way to the ground either.
It almost looks too good.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like it's too good. So, this one just, it sends me for a loop because I want to believe it. But like I said, this makes it look like a picture being superimposed somehow. And I can't see the normal telltale signs because the glare from the light on the beam here goes through him.
Yeah.
Or you can see through him to get to it. But I'm just like, it's one of those you want to believe, but
you definitely want to
too.
believe that one. Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to believe. But there's not even a fade out from the below the belly to the legs. You know, there's not even a fade out. It's just like there's the shirt, it ends, and boom.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, yeah, you can see the discoloration of the actual the pants, the legs as they go down. You see that discoloration right there?
Oh, I see it now. We haven't been focusing there. That's why.
Yeah, I was because this grabs all your attention up here.
Right.
Yeah. Now Pancho brings up talk about Google lensed it. Have you Google lensed it? Okay, I'm gonna have to check into that because I know the ghost apps. You know, we can superimpose the images on and make them. But this supposedly was not even around at the time. This was in the, what did I say? What, 60s? Hang on a second. Let me see real quick. Cellar goes late 70s was when this was caught.
Okay, so
could they have digitized it and done it? Yeah, maybe.
No, I don't think so.
This doesn't look
Not the
digitized to me,
70s.
other than, yeah, he looks like he's part of the picture.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna take my hat off for this because I'm leaning on the side of, you know, you got to take into account what year we're dealing with. We're dealing with film and not digital.
Yep.
But the only problem is I'd have to see the original.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, because they could have taken a picture from a long time ago and done something with it. Who knows?
Yep. Because we had that same issue with that fire girl in the girl in the fire from London.
Yep.
We had that same issue. We found out it was an actual postcard from 20 years before.
Right. But I'm gonna lean towards if this picture is true to the original.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a good catch.
Okay. Poncho, you're right. I'll take this picture and do the Google Lens with it and see what it tells me about it. Because there's a couple of them out there that have put a bunch of the AI stuff through to double check and make sure whether I'm believing it's AI.
Yeah.
And you know how Steve does. Steve,
Calls.
yeah, that guy.
Mhm.
Squatch D. He puts a lot of that stuff through, and it can tell you real quick if it's AI or not.
Right. Right.
But I don't think this is AI. I really don't.
If the picture is true and true. Yeah.
And I'm looking at the kegs, and the kegs are right. I mean, for the time frame, the kegs look to be right for the 70s. I would have to double check on these pony keg or the quarter barrel kegs is what these are. What we call half kegs now. I would have to check those out, but they look like they ought to be right. So we'll go with it. I'm on the fence. I want to say it's right, but
Yeah.
just not quite there.
If the
Too good.
information is correct and truthful.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I'll go with a good catch.
We'll go with that. All right. Next one. Since I'm closing in, good Lord, I only got 4 minutes. Let me see. Which one do I want to do? A palace ghost? Or do I want to? I'm gonna pull that off real quick because I'm going to decide now which one I want to throw at you.
Oh no!
I got two left. And whether I do the palace, there's the palace ghost, which is I think I'm going to do the palace ghost because it's kind of harder to see and it's not as hard to mess with. But I believe it. I'm putting that on right now anyway because I'm looking at it. I'll put the first, the main one.
You've given away already.
Well, I'm giving this one. If it goes as fast as I think it'll go, I'll be able to get to the other one. How's that? This one was I've attached a photo of Lynn Lithgow Palace. You need to zoom to the large window, which once again they're telling us where to go right off the bat. You need to zoom into the large window in the top left of the picture. A gray image / face can clearly be seen. They're clearly in my clear two different things, but it appears to be standing proud of the wall, and a gray mist fog can be seen around it, particularly around the head shoulder area. The image is completely different color from the surrounding brickwork. I would be extremely interested to hear your thoughts and views. Well,
are you sure?
First. That's why I put it back on because I remember reading it after I brought this one up. But anyway, I do like the picture. I like the castle. The castle's cool looking. Kind of looks like the castle we were looking at earlier with the burnt down stuff. So he says to look in the upper left. Well, is he talking about this one? He's talking about this one? He's talking about this one? Which one's he talking about? I can't see nothing through this one. Now.
He said the big one. The big window.
Did he say the big one? I didn't hear him say the big one.
Yes.
I read it, but I don't pay attention half the time anymore. Because most of the time it's crap that I'm reading anyway. But anyway. Then he zooms in.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at too.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. I'm thinking pareidolia, personally. Because you can see some of these stones have little notches and stuff that would give the white.
I think it's just discoloration of stone. That's what I think it is. Because that you take the original picture and that's a long way to zoom. Sorry. It's a long way to zoom.
Yeah, because I mean, let's go back to that one. I mean, I've got to do this to even get to it. There's no way in heck you see that from an original picture. You just see a beam of light back there, and that's it.
Yeah. It's discoloration of the stone, and that's about all you're going to get out of that.
Yeah. So, I'm with you. No bueno. Not good.
Sorry.
Straight out pareidolia. Straight out.
Got my tinfoil hat on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a long way to zoom.
We're going to go ahead and do this other castle ghost since I got 40 seconds. We'll see if you can get this one or not.
Okay.
It's called Another Castle Ghost. I'm attaching a picture taken about 2 years ago of my friend at Warwick Castle. Now, this was actually posted in 2009, so we're talking 2007. Where behind her, up a bit, you can see a figure. I'm pretty sure where this figure is standing is not accessible by the public. Although I'm not convinced it's a ghost, I certainly curious to see what anybody has to say about it. So,
Okay.
this is the picture. No, I didn't blur her face out. So,
Now, this is supposed to be behind her?
behind her and up.
All right, zoom into what we're looking at because I don't even see nothing.
Supposedly not accessible.
I had to
See,
throw my hat off.
your hat couldn't even help that.
I know. It's like, what is happening here?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know on this one.
I'm
Like I said,
looking
this
at
thing-
it, and
Yeah. You know what I see?
what do you see?
I see the Hound from Game of Thrones.
It's something.
The only reason I say that is because of the splotch that's kind of right here. Looks like the burns on his head and such. But if it's anything, there's somebody up in that area, is what I'm thinking with the shadows. I have a question about this part right here.
Does
Is
that
this-
not look like a table?
Where, right in here? I thought this was the like rods on the or bars on that the
Well,
window right
that's
there.
true too. I mean, it could look like that too.
But why would they put just up to there as far as bars on the window? That doesn't make any sense.
So they'd be chest high so you wouldn't fall off accidentally.
You know what that thing right there reminds me of? Remember you see the old acetylene torch bottles? And they always
Yeah,
had that bell on top of it to protect the valves.
yeah.
Kind of what it reminds me of, the way it's shaped.
I don't know why they'd have that up there, but I mean, yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
I don't know why that stuck in my head. Pareidoi's a hell of a drug, isn't it? There,
Yeah.
Nemo. Pareidoi's a hell of a drug.
Right?
But I just don't think that it's anything paranormal at all. And she isn't convinced it's a ghost. She said that she wasn't convinced it's a ghost. She just didn't think there was anybody was supposed to be up there to start with. So,
Well, how would you know? I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
If
if
you're
you're
tourist-
talking about a castle, how would you
Mhm.
know?
you don't. There's no way to know. Honestly, you're gonna get right down to it. Stay. Don't go nowhere. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
and it
I think it's
also could be a shadow of somebody up there.
yep, 100%. Yes, Pancho, that's very pre-OSHA. Well, no, I can't say that. I had to deal with OSHA on Johnson Island in 1993. So, yeah, no, I don't like OSHA. OSHA is the 4-letter word we don't like to talk about.
I think we may be dealing with a shadow up there, is
Yeah.
what it's looking like to me, like a shadow of some sort.
I believe so too. Because look at the shadow on the wall right here too. So
Because
that
that's
whole
awfully big. I mean, if you look at size,
yep.
again, that's a big person to be up in there.
Well, I mean, now you've been to
Being up at
castles
a
in Europe.
distance.
You've been in castles in Europe like I have.
Yeah.
You can always get in. If you see an arch like this, 99.9% of the time, you've got a walkway somewhere in there that you can get up into it.
Yep.
And that's set behind this wall right here. So there's got to be a landing, I guess you might say, right there.
Probably
archers-
so. A
the archers-
walkthrough.
Yeah, the archer's nest. So, yeah, I'm thinking that she just doesn't realize that there's somebody up there.
Yeah, I think so. I think that there is somebody up there,
Okay.
and you may not necessarily know.
Yeah, we don't know for sure. And Granddad, you're right. We don't know for sure. They don't say anything about that castle having a ghost, but anybody that's been to any of these castles in Europe, they all have ghosts of some sort. I guarantee
They
you.
got a lot of weirdness to them.
Yes, they all have something going on. And
Right.
Dario, Dario can tell you. I know there's a bunch of places in Italy the same way.
Right.
Some of them rooms.
Dario's coming in late, skidding in
Yep.
at the last minute.
So, I mean, that's Europe for us for right now, anyway.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I hate having to go trying to find stuff sometimes. And I've been doing the red circles because that's an abundance of that on Facebook. But trying to find
absolutely.
the legitimate stuff that you could actually look at that people really aren't trying to make any money off of or anything, but they've submitted them pre-Facebook time frame. We're talking about 2005 to 2009 time frame that these were submitted to places like WordPress and stuff like that. They're still out there, but you just got to go find them. So
yeah, absolutely. And then I'm trying to look at some of these videos and stuff like that, but I mean, they don't want you using them or talking about them, and then I'm like, then what
Why
are
did
you
put them out
doing?
there? Yeah.
I mean,
We're
if
not
you don't
trying to
want
make any
people
money.
talking about them,
They want to be that first one to get all the accolades. It's just like when scientists were unearthing the first dinosaurs. Think about all those archaeologists and paleontologists and stuff like that. They were cutthroat. Absolutely
right,
sell their own kids down the river to be the first.
right,
And I'm like,
right. It's kind of like we give you credit. We're not, we're just talking about the validity of your evidence.
Yeah,
that's all we're doing.
Hey, granddads would go out and look on WordPress. There's a bunch of them out on WordPress, and you'll see the vast majority got posted prior to 2009. So,
yeah.
So,
but okay, I guess that's it for us this week.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm going to try and find, it's really bad. We keep talking. We've talked on the other show about Germany a lot. And I keep talking about Germany and wanting to do stuff. There's not much of any real evidence out there coming from Germany at all. There's just not that much.
I don't know. Maybe they're behind the times. Maybe they're just not ghost hunters.
I don't know. It's just that, or they don't post it out there like everybody else does, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
So we'll be winging it. I'll be trying to figure out someplace we can go next week. I don't know where yet, but we're going someplace.
We'll figure it out, though.
Yeah. So
anyway, I would love to find, a country we know nothing about, really.
Yeah, I mean, when we did the one on the other show about Angkor Wat, okay,
that
has always been one of those places that I was like, this has so much going for it, and all the stuff I've ever seen, the stuff Josh Gates did, the Destination Truth, he did Destination Truth, and he did Expedition Unknown. Both of them have gone there, and I'm like, holy crap! Every time something off the chain happens, but we know production value, we know all that other stuff, but to have it happen over and over and over and over again, and for it to be rated as one of the most haunted places in the world, period. Anyway,
show me.
But we can't find any real evidence.
Right. That's what I said. Yeah. Show me.
Yeah. And it's all personal opinion and personal experiences. That's where a lot of it's going now, because people are too scared to share out what they catch. Me, if I see something, you bet your butt it's going to be right here.
Right.
So, anywho, all right. Well, guys, like I said before, if you got anything you caught you want us to look at, send it to the email below, truthortinfoil@gmail.com. And as you can see, we've got the inaugural Crossing Realms concert coming up, and September 19th and 20th in Richmond, Missouri. The link is in the description. In case you weren't reading the actual ticker, I read it for you. So,
in case you were reading it, I'll read it for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. We'll see you again next week, 5 p.m. Central on Sundays. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. Yeah. Tell everybody.
Tell them. Bye, guys.
Bye.